Rufa enjoys spending all their days at home, caring for their 3 children. Recently, they agreed to become a surrogate for a same-sex couple. Another perk of being a stay-at-home parent for Rufa is the possibility to play Planet of Peacecraft at any free moment. Before Amanda's took over the Daily Moon, the newspaper was in decline. With ruthless determination, they turned the paper into a tabloid powerhouse we know today. While recklessly digging through the lives of others, they've used the paper to suppress rumours about themselves. Oh dear. Being a roadie sometimes feels like a thankless task. You basically handle every part of a concert production, but get very little glory or recognition. Luther doesn't complain, but does dream of bigger things. Right. Right. Yeah, Amanda's... I've got enough money. Right. Assuming it's every other, you die and you die. But having done that, am I going to kill Amanda's? I mean, I've done that now. I may as well go through everyone and just live. Confirm the choices.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion.
I'm all ears, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Appreciate it. Now, you might find this shocking. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand artistry. I shall compose a novel most illustrious, one that will explain everything.
Can I read it?
Certainly, once it is finished. You will be the recipient of the first copy of the first printing. Anyway, we have some official business to take care of, yes? The tedium of profiles. Nothing amiss here, as far as I can see. Your adherence to the rules is admirable.
Oh, thank you.
Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Why am I terrified of this novel? Slightly worried. Nah, we'll leave it. Do your job. Heroic firefighters save vineyards from certain doom. Sales of regional wine on the rise. Charming real-life tale of a maths professor helping a young maths genius to be turned into film. Another young adult harassed by a mysterious person. Is Cosmopolis City dealing with a serial stalker? The youth of today, immoral and lazy. We should reinstate harsher punishment. Respected nutritionist caught distributing illegal performance enhancers to athletes in their care. Military-industrial complex is tackling progressive issues by having their first ever female CEO. Woo! Is this you? Probably. Oh no. Oh dear. Will superstar racer Miguel Salk bring home another trophy for Cosmopolis City? Last 3 humans coming from the facts have to die. I assume these are just arbitrary. I will keep this short. I'm suspecting a systemic bias in our balancing methodology. I'm counting on the accuracy of judgment. So it's these 3 I would have to kill. A true scholar, Ellie is trying to integrate different disciplines in order to uncover the truths of the world. They live the life of science, searching for the universal theory of everything. It's not going very well, as there are many holes yet to be patched. Yep. Elias talks a lot and really fast when not eating tasty fried chicken. They have tendency to start singing all of a sudden, mostly on wildly inopportune moments. Work as a screenwriter for TV. Blah, 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 blah. Theoretical beekeeper? Always dreamt of being a beekeeper, but for some reason, perhaps due to a fear of sharp objects, never pursued their true passion. This in turn led them to become a very successful race car driver. Occupation they unfortunately hate. Bruno's a mercenary, always ready to work for the highest bidder. Currently stationed at Faradan, government contract providing security services. They act tough and gung-ho to cover the fact they haven't been trained to properly act in a combat zone. Rasa has tried to be a stalwart guide to the spiritually lost for over 40 years. They've always been open-minded towards philosophical criticisms. now in their old age are growing doubtful about religion in general. They're also suspicious of the fundamentalist dogma that's been slowly creeping into theology. You realise that most of the progressive ideas are the newer ones. That's very strange. Theophania? Latest heir of the Aina family, the family started off providing security almost 100 years ago with their initial Monitor C consulting firm. Over time, they acquired a number of factories and grew to the arms providing conglomerate known now as Sundowner Security Services. Amira is a secret child of an inmate and the main supplier of narcotics to our prison. On the side, they're developing a nationwide cost-cutting regimen that would automate the whole prison system, removing all personnel and leaving only robots. You die. I mean, she's the only person I think has to die. So do I do my job and kill these two as well? I'm not. Oh yeah, we can have a look at. Maybe we can have a look at spending the money. Let's do that. It's getting grim, isn't it? I mean, that's the whole point. This is not nice. But there's no real logic behind this. Oh, actually, no, let's go here first. No dressing room? No dressing room, ghost?
Grim, why are you here? Oh, right. The daily... always in positions when I have important research to perform. Let us get on with it.
Okay.
I see the exact amount of profiles necessary. Good job, I guess. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine.
Can I ask you some questions?
Questions. Questions, Grim. Fine. I have trouble finding inspiration anyway. Perhaps your questions will assist me. Make sure they are deep and meaningful.
What do you think dying is like?
No idea. Our immortality precludes us from such knowledge. Yet, I imagine it would be a pleasant release.
But what if death is extremely bad and unpleasant?
In that case, at least one only dies once. But more likely, death is just nothingness. And nothing, being nothing, has no inherent positive or negative effects. Any other questions?
Is there an afterlife?
Not in the sense that humans consider it, no.
What if the afterlife is a dating game where you must charm strange, monstrous gods? Is that a reference to a particular game? That's such a bizarre question, I do want to ask it. I'm going to ask it.
Grim.
Suggest that the afterlife is an Eldritch Monster dating show. Okay.
That is just stupid.
Do you think mortals have some drive towards death?
Because they seem to find themselves in life-threatening situations all the time?
They do often seem willing to throw their lives away for stupid reasons.
Life is unpredictable and lacks an innate meaning. I imagine it is up to them to make their lives meaningful, even if it sometimes ends up being fatal. Any other questions?
Can language even deal with the concept of death?
Unlikely.
That doesn't stop art and literature from trying, though.
One must make do with what they have.
With what one has. You should maintain the... whatever.
Art does seem an attempt of immortalization, as humans feel the ever-present breath of death. A hybrid of entertainment, meaning-making, and the preservation of a facet of identity, carved into matter that might outlast the being itself. At least until all matter ceases to be.
And when's that going to happen?
Any day now.
Wait, what?
Any other questions?
Yes? Actually, I got nothing, apparently.
Grand.
What?
Night, Grim. The muse beckons.
Is his book going to end the world? This is an important question, game.
Cord blimey! You're looting! All me wares.
Lethian Obliviator. Ooh. Oh, one use only. No, I don't really want any of them. Okay. Spawn mail. Oh, I was thinking this might have been a full 8 again. Mercenary squad blows up a museum full of historical documents and artifacts. It's probably because I left that guy alive. Anti-war senator demands, why are there unqualified mercs running around conflict zones committing war crimes? Sundowner taking a massive hit in stock exchange today. CEO accidentally shot during a drone misfire. Prison superintendent found dead of a narcotics overdose. Superstar Miguel Salk wins yet another grand trophy. Still hates racing. Racing super dumb, they say during the post-victory interview. Ellie the Scholar, so close to the answer, I hear the notes, but the arrangement are wrong. One day I'll show them, one day the world will know. Okay, that's not someone on here. Okay. Any humans who seem suspicious have to die. An eldritch waft of air passed through my office earlier, certainly a sign of disorder. We could not determine the correct amount of humans to democracy, so I leave it up to you. Any humans who seem suspicious have to die. Constructions, lifeblood of any advanced civilization. High rises across the horizon, truly a glorious sight, but we can do better. That's what Natsumi thinks, at least. Lately they've started researching more ecologically sound architecture, what some might call arcologies. That's fine. Florence is one of the central organisers behind the canvassing for the re-election of popular politician Baron Sayander. When not engaged in political campaigning, Florence enjoys long bike rides and trending to their small garden. Earl Grey. Grey is a greying, dad-looking, psychopathic content creator who hails from sunny Afray, some 1,000 kilometres south of Cosmopolis City. The most enjoyed pastime is knocking down a couple of beers while watching the world burn. Okay. Seems suspicious. Anthony is a nice guy working at a failing startup of a friend. Often they walk their golden retriever around the local park, meeting other dog owners. Happy to help anyone with their tech issues, expecting little in return, maybe only a nice warm meal, but if that happens to lead to more afterwards, they won't say no. Ew. I'm gonna say no with the whole nice guy thing. That's suspicious. Axe thrower. Never been particularly sporty, gaining fame in the axe throwing community. Their talent for this sport was discovered in rather unfortunate circumstances when they threw an axe at a sheep thief 20 miles away, and it hit. They got out of GV only a few years ago. Yeah, I'm going to put you down as suspicious as well. That's a bit harsh. But I have marked you. You have been marked. So these two live. These ones where it's like where it's just like you've got to work out from the individual is slightly easier. Hello. I like your hair.
Damn, stranger. Your makeup skills are out of this world. I don't think I've seen you here before. Let me guess. You're in the... human department, right? I mean... the dark circles, the vibe like you haven't slept for 1,000 years.
That obvious, huh?
It is. At least for me. For you see, I'm also in the human department.
Another human reaper. I've been dying to meet one for ages.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll meet plenty more. Provided you don't get fired.
What have you heard? What have you heard?
So, I figure you've been here a while by now. How do you feel about the work we do?
I wish people didn't have to suffer because of me.
Hang on. How do you know how humans are doing in their realm? Don't tell me you're actually using that Cocker app to keep track of what's happening. I haven't opened it in years.
You don't read the news?
No. I mean, I used to, but nothing interesting ever happened. The instructions are the same every day anyway. Kill all door-to-door salespeople.
That's not what I get.
And what do I see in the app? The door-to-door salespeople died. Great. So very engaging.
That's not what I'm getting.
And that's followed by the stories of downright horrible things happening everywhere. No thanks.
I get different instructions every day.
Congratulations?
Ever thought of asking Fate about your never-changing instructions?
Huh. I've seen the boss, like, once. Not gonna happen. I bet it's all part of Fate's grandiose plan. The equilibrium.
Okay, so why am I being treated differently?
And who am I? A mere spawn to question it.
My choices seem to affect the world all the time.
Do they, though? Do they really? Or is it an illusion?
In any case, reading the news helps make decisions.
I just do what fate tells me to. The decisions are not mine to make.
You still haven't given up?
Have you ever heard the inspiring story of Scullifus?
Go on.
I'm guessing you haven't, since it happened way back when we still used rubber stamps instead of markers.
Okay, I want to see... Okay, what's the twist on Sisyphus? Carry on with the story.
Okay. So Scullifus spent all day, every day, stamping profiles to live or die. They got a grandiose case of carpal tunnel from all that stamping, but still they kept on going. Every day they'd receive a heap of new profiles, which were basically the same as the ones they'd stamped the day before. Almost as if powering through the carpal tunnel wasn't making any difference. Almost as if it wasn't worth it. Sound familiar? In any case, they kept going. Kept on stamping. Because they had to. Because when you give up, the cosmos, that meaningless entropy, it wins. And I'm never gonna let that happen. Even if it means doing the exact same thing. Day in, day out.
That's the inspirational story.
That's it, stranger. It inspires me to wake up every day. Besides, as long as the coins keep coming, can we really complain?
You should definitely complain, though.
Yeah, real soon I'm gonna complain about how long it takes the bartender to make me a dang drink.
I think it's time you started making your own choices.
You mean, what? Ignore my instructions? Won't that get me, like, instantly fired?
Maybe, but your life would be way more fun.
I could start sparing some of these door-to-door salespeople, maybe. What the heck. I'll do it. Time for some of these salespeople to live at last. They seem harmless enough.
Nod sagely.
Thanks for the chat, stranger.
You're welcome.
I'm off to sow some chaos. See you later. I hope